I'm Fee, and today you're going to see me try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you're also going to see Tia Ballard
Hello, everybody. I also will be jujitsuing.
Jiu-Jitsuing. This is our first attempt at Jiu-Jitsu. We've done it a couple of times since. We are in my friend Zach's garage. You'll see Zach running around in either blue, I think. Is he in blue or purple gi? And then the white gi is my husband, Graham. Uh, yeah, so this we decided to try just kind of for fun. The boys have been doing it for a while. And we were interested in some self defense and also just a new sport because we do that.
Yeah, Graham really wanted Felicia to come and learn some things, but she needed a sparring partner, and we're similar sizes, so it seemed like perfect. And it's so neat because Zach has pretty much converted his garage into a jujitsu dungeon. Wait, what do you call it? Dojo.
That's our first note of that nature. We still get that note. In the beginning, we were thinking of it a lot as self-defense. And so when you put yourself in the mindset of self-defense over martial art, you just scramble. It was panic for a lot of it to just get somebody off of you. But now I think we're at a better place. And you'll see as the video goes on, we get a little more confident, a little more competent. And we were also pretty scared of hurting each other in the beginning, which is hilarious now.
Yeah, for me, I didn't realize how timid I would be about hurting someone else. That when I was about to step onto the mat for the first time, I remember having tears in my eyes and asking Felicia's permission. Can I hurt you? Can I spar with you? And I needed that confirmation, and it taught me a lot too. Because if you think about self-defense, if you need to defend yourself, you don't want to think about, am I going to hurt this guy? I hope not.
Yeah.
So you're breaking a lot of boundaries you didn't know you had, which is fascinating to me.
We were both actually fairly intuitive with this. I was watching this part here. You had a lot of really good instincts trying to like get in, and then my whole strength is lower body. I don't have any other kind. So this worked out pretty good for us. It was neat to feel prone for a lot of it. We started on the floor for a lot of it, and that was scary for me. That feels like a real weak, vulnerable position. Not just as somebody who has not done a martial art before, but as a lady thinking about self-defense. And they really helped us take that and make it a power position. It was harder, I think, advancing on someone who was on the floor than being the person guarding.
Yes, absolutely. If you hear, if you can hear the audio, I'm giggling a lot. And remember, this is our first time. We have never done this before. So it was a lot of getting used to touching each other in that way and getting used to using our own bodies and feeling comfortable, even with the suits we had to wear, feeling comfortable. But it's really cool how it becomes almost second nature to do the motions and the movement. It's almost like a dance. You take your mind out of it and it becomes easier. And every time we've done it since, it's just been so much fun.
I like that you describe it as a dance. For me, I always think of it as physical chess.
Yes.
So it just becomes so much more mental of a game once you connect to your body. And that was a hard thing for me. I failed a dance class in college. I played softball growing up, but other than that, there's always been sort of a real disconnect for me between mind and body. And this has helped so much because it's a puzzle, which I love, but it's a physical puzzle, and you have to be present in the moment and aware of yourself and another person.
Right.
Ooh.
Got
T's
you
got
upside
them.
the head.
Yeah, you got them kicks. You're super flexible, which I think
I am.
is a big strength for you in this. So there have been times, I don't know how you do it, you'll just like sneak a leg all the way up to the side of my face. And I'm like, how did it get there? Shouldn't be possible, but it is.
I did it. I love to. There's a positivity between us always. We are not facing each other as enemies. We're facing each other as friends.
Yes.
So it's a lot of, good job. You did a great job. Or I'm so proud of you.
I love that too. And it wasn't something we talked about or we were practicing, but it came out like you would get me in a position where I couldn't get out or something like this.
That's perfect. Right here.
And it would get me so excited. She's like, yes, we did it. Like, oh man, the deadlock that we come across.
And I lost the foot.
Patience is another thing that this has taught me because I don't know, I'm sure it seems like a no-brainer to people who have done martial arts before, but for me, especially in the beginning, with it being so frantic feeling, you want to move from one position to the next, and now it's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of getting into a position, feeling where you are, thinking about all the moves available to you, and then taking the next step.
So we were off the mat there, so they were pulling us back.
They're great teachers, too. They're really patient with us, and first and foremost, I think they have our safety in mind, which is good because sometimes we don't when we get down there. Just start grappling.
As somebody who had never done this before, now you've done it a few times since this video, what do you think that someone who'd never done this would gain by learning this skill and doing it with a friend?
Ooh, I think confidence. It's a huge confidence booster, especially if you don't feel like you're particularly athletic, or if that's a sore spot for you. That was my husband burping, I think, in the background during my speech about
What a
loving
man.
yourself. Yeah, so it was a huge boost of confidence, and doing it with a friend, I don't know, I think it leveled us up. I feel like we broke down some barriers, and we have so few to begin with.
Yeah.
But it gave us something we were learning in common to build toward and be excited for each other.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I don't know. I was just watching our faces while you were talking, and I think for me, there's a certain level of delicate that I kind of try to maintain just subconsciously even, and it's really a great lesson to just let go, and it's okay to just be ugly in this moment. That's what's needed of you. Just let go and have fun with it and don't worry so much.
Yes. The in the moment spoke to me too, that presence of mind. I tend to be constantly mentally multitasking, and so it's hard to just be somewhere and also have my mind there with me.
Yeah, that's a great, another point. If you want to try this, if you have problems with, like, I would think, overthinking, multitasking, worrying, and as always, you know that physical activity is good for that sort of thing, but this is a really great, and it gives you something to focus on. You can't just be mindless about it,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we're just about at the end of
Alright,
this
so
first
quickly.
foray. Thank you guys for joining us. This is my first of the trying, but you can see me do and learn all sorts of other stuff here on the Fee Speak YouTube. You can also follow me at Felicia Angel on Twitter. And where can they find you,
They
Tia?
can find me on Twitter at Tia Tooney and Instagram under Miss Ballard or Tia Tooney for art.
Awesome. Thank you guys again so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.